How many of you woke up this morning to a super oily, greasy, grimy scalp and quickly ran to the shower and scrubbed it all off once again? I know so many people that consistently wash their hair every single day. What most people don't realize is that washing their hair every single day actually creates a scalp environment in your hair that promotes more oil growth. So, for instance, your scalp will literally compensate for the amount of times that you're washing your hair. So if you're waiting till it gets super oily and greasy and you've been washing your hair every single day, you probably are waking up every morning with a greasy, icky, yucky scalp. I had been doing this for several years, actually most of my life. Once I started showering every single day and really taking care of my skin and my hair and trying to just be, a little bit more mindful of my appearance as I grew older, I was thinking that it was healthy to wash your hair every day. And so I started washing my hair every day. And something that I noticed was by the next morning, my hair was ready for another wash again. My hair would get oily after just a day, and I could feel the oil in there. You could kind of see it. And so I thought that that was just normal. Everyone washes their hair every day. This is just what you do. It's what's good for your hair. I used my drugstore shampoo and just piled it on there, never realizing the waxes and the silicones that can constrict your hair follicles and build up on your scalp. So, after doing that for a period of time, I started really looking a little bit more into hair health. I noticed that my hair wasn't growing as much as it used to. It was kind of thinning out a little bit, not being quite as thick and luscious as I was used to it being. And also, it was getting oily, and I could not go more than a day between washing. And I was wondering, why is this doing this? Is this healthy? Once I realized that washing your hair every single day actually wasn't healthy for your hair growth, for your scalp health, and balancing your scalp pH and everything, I started to try to go every other day between washing. But something that I noticed was my hair would once again get incredibly greasy once I started extending that wash day. Now, naturally, it was my scalp doing its thing. It was used to me washing every single day. And so it was just piling on that oil, thinking that my hair needed more hydration, needed some more oil. And so it would just compensate for that, what I had been doing for years. Well, I continued to just consistently do it every other day. I kind of just powered through the oil. I didn't really have a dry shampoo, so I didn't use that. But I did usually by after I had stretched it out a little bit, it kind of got into a routine where by the end of the day it would get oily. So at least I didn't look like an oil rat at the beginning of the day because ew, ew, ew. So while I was out and about, I kind of looked okay. My hair was fine. But towards the end of the day, my hair would get super oily. So if I was gonna put it up like this, if I dropped it, it would have just stayed there. That's how oily it was. So as I looked more into hair health and what could prevent this over abundance of oil production, I found an oil that actually works for my scalp. So a lot of people, when they have an oily scalp, do not put oils on their scalp because obviously you're like, I am so oily. I do not need to add some extra oil onto my already oily scalp. The oil that I started using was uniquely created. The chemical structure of it is able to absorb into all three layers of hair and skin, right into your hair follicle, absorb right into your scalp, and it mimics your scalp's natural oils. So it's not like just putting some coconut oil on my hair for some shine and just going along with that. it actually is able to absorb into my hair and has the chemical structure to be able to do that. With like coconut oil, if you apply it to your hair, it will just kind of sit on your hair. It will not absorb into it. So I started doing a weekly oil treatment where I would put this oil on my scalp before I was planning to wash my hair. And I would let it simmer there like 12 hours before and just spread it all on my scalp, scrub it in, just like this, give it a little scalp massage. Cute, cute. And then spread it along all my ends, which I need a hair brushing right now. Oh, I definitely need a hair brushing. Don't look at it. Anyways, I would like put it all on my ends as well. And then I would just kind of like bundle it up, maybe put it in something or braid it or whatever. Let it simmer overnight. And then the next morning when I would wake up, I would then wash it out with a shampoo that was not filled with waxes and silicones that was going to constrict those hair follicles. And then after I did that, I noticed I was able to start stretching my wash days. So first I went 3 days between washing, so I was like going every other day, which is like 2 days. And then I got it to 3 days pretty quickly. And then after, I don't know, maybe a month or two, I was able to get it to every 4 days. And that is where I have stopped. I'm like, every 4 days seems to be like the perfect amount for my scalp by that 4th day. So right now I'm on the 2nd day. So day 2 hair, it's really not oily at all. It's just like I woke up and it's gorgeous. It is a little bit sweaty because it's boiling out today, but it's not oily. So now I'm able to go every 4 days in between washing because I started implementing these oil treatments and because I started using shampoo and conditioner that was built for my hair type, that was built for an oily scalp girl, and that would actually like clarify my scalp, rebalance my scalp's pH. That's what the oil does, and help promote healthier growth. So if you are someone and you are struggling with an oily scalp like me, you're waking up, it's oily, or maybe you're going every other day and it's very oily by the end of that 2nd day, and then you have to like wash it the next morning, I highly recommend doing an oil treatment, implementing that into your routine, and that like the treatment in, and then after the treatment's done, washing it out, not like just sticking oil on your hair at random times throughout the day or throughout the week, right? And then implementing a wash routine that's going to work for your hair type and goals. So if you go to the link down below, I actually have a hair quiz where you can fill out what's the issue with your hair that you're struggling with. So say you have an oily scalp or dry ends, especially if you have dry ends, you might also have an oily scalp because your hair is like overproducing oil to compensate. You're probably washing every day, and so your hair is getting dried out, and so those ends might be broken and split and disgusting. Oh, mine were so bad, but you can fill out what your hair issues are, and I'm going to get back to you with a routine with products that are going to work for you and your specific hair type and goals that you have for your hair. And we can chat about what works for you within your budget and how I can help you do that and get your hands on this oil that is going to allow you to stretch out those wash days. All right, thanks so much for listening. I hope this was a value add to you. If it was, tell me in the comments. If you want to know the oil I'm using, comment down below and I will, let you know and everything. Or if someone else has already commented, just read theirs. So, you can also ask and I will answer. But, all right, bye.